today is another day of poetry, but first, before I explain the poems that we'll write today, I want to make sure that we talk about what are metaphors. So as you can see in your learning, if you look at your learning plan, learning agenda schedule, for win time, instead of a language arts day or a math day, I have changed that there's different tasks to do in win time. Instead of picking what you want to do during win time, there's a couple days where I have you doing one of these worksheets, or maybe it's Scholastic News. One day it was planting your plant. So just make sure you're looking at the win time part. But hopefully for win time you did what are metaphors. So it's on the back of what you did last week, the similes. Okay, metaphors are used to compare two things that are different in most ways, but are the same in one important way. A metaphor states that one thing is something else. Unlike a simile, the words as and like are not included. Okay, so I'm going to use this example. So the reason why we are talking about all these different elements is because they're elements of poetry. Okay, so these are all the elements of poetry. That's why I'm having you practice them for win time, so that you are more aware of these elements when you come to write your poems. Okay, so a metaphor, here's an example. You're comparing two different things. The garden was a rainbow of colors. The flowers were candy to my eyes. Okay, with a simile, you use the words like and as. Did you hear the word like or as in those two examples? So it is called a metaphor. I'm going to read it one more time. The garden was a rainbow of colors. Okay, so you're comparing two different things. The rainbow of colors to a garden. Okay, but there's no word, the like or as words are not included in that. Okay, here's another example. The flowers were candy to my eyes. Okay, so that means when you see candy, maybe you're like, oh, that looks so good. So the flowers were candy to my eyes. They just drew you in. Okay, so those are two examples of metaphors. Make sure you worked on this worksheet. And remember, these examples that we practice, these are things that you can use in your poetry, in your poems, which is awesome because then that helps us become more creative writers. So today, after you've done that, today we are going to talk about two different poems. Okay, so the first poem that you're going to work on today is called the shape poem. All right, so if you flip open to this page in your packet, it says my shape poem planning page. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to flip open to this page. Now it's your turn. Choose a noun or a topic. So a noun, what is the definition of a noun? A person, place, or thing. Okay, so choose a noun or topic that you would like to write a poem about. It could be an animal, a flower, a soccer ball. The choice is yours. Draw the shape of the object and fill it with words that describe your noun. Have fun. Okay, so this is your planning page. Plan your page here with pencil first before you do your final copy. Now I'm going to show you an example of my final copy. Mine, I made a small version of mine because when we've done poetry in the past, it's been a different size book, okay? But in your book, you've got you have a much bigger book than what we were using last year. So just remember that you can fill up the whole page of your book. Okay, so if you open up your poetry book and you look at your table of contents, the shape poem is next, okay? Says shape poem, page 3. So I'm going to look for page 3 right here. you will fill in this page, okay? Now you only get one page this time, so make sure you use this whole page for your shape. I'm going to show you my example, but remember, you're going to fill up your whole page. Mine's small. Okay, so the shape poem is you pick any shape, any noun or topic, and you fill it with words. Now, I use construction paper on mine, and I used a black marker. So you could do the same, use different colors, use construction paper, get creative with it. And I chose the noun home. Now, Minnesota is my home, so you can pick any noun that you want to do. It's a person, a place, or a thing. So it can be any noun. So pick a noun, and then you will write a poem about that noun. Okay, so you're filling it with words that you think of when you think of that noun. Okay, so I have so many more things to add to this, but I purposely left it blank because I don't want to show all of my ideas that I have. But these are a couple. So I use construction paper here, construction paper, all these colors are construction paper. Okay, so I put a purple and yellow Minnesota skull for the Vikings. And then I have lakes here, land of 10,000 lakes written in that. I have a loon because that's an important part of Minnesota, my home. Up north at the cabin, hot, cool, frigid, warm. So I describe the different seasons that we experience, what the temperature is like. Minnesota nice is a saying. Maybe I want to put tater tot hot dish. Or maybe I want to say fish on. Maybe I want to draw a walleye and a muskie on here, okay? So get creative, pick a noun. Maybe you want to do a soccer ball. Maybe you want to do a picture of a grandparent and describe them as your noun. Maybe you want to do a drawing of, maybe there's some place that you've traveled to that you want to use as your noun. It's a person, place, or thing, okay? So I want you to draw a picture on your planning page, then you can work on your final that's in your poetry book, okay? And you're filling it up with different words. Have fun!